Hello, Alfie. Thanks for
Yeah.
talking to me today. And
Of
congratulations on your debut album,
Oh, thank
Mellow
you.
Moon. The title is really cute.
Stop. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Can you tell us how did you come up with the name Mellow Moon?
Yeah.
What is the place like?
Yeah, so the idea came from the fact that in space there's so much that we're unaware of. There's so many different places that no one's ever been to and never will probably see ever. Because we don't have the technology for it, we can't see it, we just won't ever go there as humans. And it's the same as our minds. There's so much that's left to be discovered and so much that's kind of deep beneath the rubble that we haven't really gone to yet. And I feel like in the last couple of years I experienced so much more in my head and had a bit of, a few revelations and figured out a lot about myself. But the Mellow Moon was kind of like the place that I'd sit on and watch all of this happen. So it was kind of like the safe space and the haven that I could go back to, in which I knew I was safe. So it all kind of tied back to that, really. It was like a familiar place for me. So the Mellow Moon was kind of like, during the pandemic, it was the kind of place that I stayed at the whole time while I looked at everything else outside my window, like wondering what the hell was going on, just the same way I was in my own mind.
Yeah, it's really cool. I wish I have that kind of space.
Thank you. No. It's just happened. I just had so much time. I just figured stuff out.
Okay. And so far, I really enjoying listening to the song Broken, 3D Feeling, and Color Me Blue. So I guess my favorite is Broken. What about you? Can you pick out a few of your favorite songs on this debut album?
Yeah, so my favorite songs are probably all the ones that aren't actually out. So there's songs such as A Western, Just Below the Above, Mellow Moon, the actual song, Take Some Time Away, Leaving Today as well. So
every song.
Well, yeah, you have to be happy with what you're putting out, I guess. So,
yeah.
Those are like a handful of my favorites, basically.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so I wonder if is there any unexpected challenge during the production progress?
Well, I mean, just making an album in general is quite a challenge. Like, I to be fair, like I didn't set out to make like a concept record or anything. So in that way, everything kind of just fell into the right place because I just had a collection of songs and it slowly just turned into the record. The challenge was actually just finishing half of the songs up because I was just sat there like, how am I going to do this? Like, how am I going to write lyrics for this song? Like, so everything took a bit longer, but at the end, like the music came out the way it was intended. So it was cool.
And just curious, how long does it take for you to write a song? Like, do you usually like have a melody first or have a lyrics first?
It can come from any shape or form. So there's songs on this record where I started with the lyrics. There's songs on this record where I started with the music, and there's also songs that I started writing, 5 years ago. The songs that I made in half an hour. So there's a big mix of things. There's a big mix of things going on in this record. To be fair, there's like lots of different approaches to making a song, and fun thing for me was exploring those and just trying different things out. It was really cool.
Yeah, sounds really great.
Okay, it wasn't too bad.
All right. So, is there any music style you want to try next?
Yeah, I have a few. So for the second album, I kind of want to go a bit progressive rock, neo soul, jazz fusion. I'm really into like krautrock as well. So I've been messing around recording a lot of raw drums. It will sound nothing like the first one. So that'll be cool.
Yeah, I look forward to listen to your second album.
Yeah, there might even be a bit of screamo.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Okay. And actually, like 3D feeling is give me some like corporate vibe. So I read a interview, like you say you got some inspiration from corporate. Is that right?
God, yeah, there was a thing, not with 3D feelings, but there was one with Broken where like
sorry.
I made the riff and when I was like 14, and it kind of just like I swear on my life I did not mean to make it sound like Coldplay, but somehow it actually just sounded a slight bit like them. And then a few Coldplay fans got really mad at me about it, and I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, like, I didn't do it on purpose. I definitely hear it's because of the pentatonic, like minor pentatonic scale, and it's in the same key. Like if it was in a different key, and I think it would have been different. But to be fair, like I came up with the riff, and then Will came up with the chords, and I think it kind of just merged accidentally to kind of sound a little bit like that song. So, but like I like Coldplay as well, so
yeah, me too.
Kind of just took it as a compliment.
Okay. So what music were you listening to when you making this album?
There was a few artists that really stuck out to me. City pop, the genre in general, the massive like Japanese kind of genre. There was an artist called Makoto Matsushita, and I really got heavily into his music probably around 2020 when I started making the record, 2019, 2020. As well as that, there was Leon Bridges, there was Steve Lacy, there was Karangbin, you know, all for like the R&B kind of inspired bits. And then there was also Zeppelin, there was Pink Floyd, there was Queen, there was Ken, there was Charlie Puth. Like there's so many different things going on in the record, you know, like every song has a different kind of inspiration and sound to it. So
there are a lot of texture in your music, I think.
Yeah, that's something that I like to do, like, you know, different kind of dynamics, different drum sounds, different everything. So yeah.
So you say you listen to city pop, so do you listen to like J-pop, K-pop, any Asian music?
I got into a bit of funnily enough, so Twice, the singer from Twice, I think her name is Chaeyoung. She was listening to some of my music, so I started listening to her Twice in general, and I really like them. They're really cool. I haven't really explored much other K-pop, but from the stuff that I've heard, it's actually really cool. And then there's also a really cool artist that I really like that does city pop at the moment called Syrup, who's really cool. So there's some really cool artists about at the moment.
So I don't know if you can answer this, because I want to ask you, which Asian music artist would you like to collaborate with next?
Well, I mean, Syrup's definitely one of them. Okay. I love his stuff. And then there's a lot of older, like especially Japanese artists that I don't think would ever actually collaborate with me, but like Kingo Hamada, like I mentioned, Makoto Matsushita, maybe even a Twice collab could be cool. I don't know. Who knows? It will never happen, but they did put me in their playlist, so I was like, I was pretty happy about that.
Okay. So my final question is, what advice would you have for someone like growing up in a small town wanting to follow in your footsteps?
Well, I grew up in a village that has about 1,000 people in it, pretty small. And I mean, it can seem as if you're kind of from an outside perspective, you know, you're not in a big city where everything's happening and there's not too much music happening. But if that's your ambition and that's what's really driving you and making you wake up every day and say, oh, you know, I really want to do this, just get out there, you know, go meet friends that have a similar ambition, you know, even if they don't have the same ambition to you, just at least get in there with them and have fun and try things. You know, save your pocket money. That's what I did to get my Mac. You know, birthday money, Christmas money, everything I could, I'd save it up for like my Mac and my interface. And then I was lucky enough to have a guitar as a kid. So like that's all you need, like a computer, a cheap computer, an interface, a guitar, and then a really cheap vocal mic. So you can do all of that for like probably like £400 if you try and bring it down. So it's still a lot of money to save up for, but it's worth it in the end because it's unlimited songs and it's just awesome. So save your money and go meet friends and get yourself out there. Spread the word about what you want to do and what you can do.
Oh, that's really inspiring.
Thank
you, Alfie.
Hey, thank you, Jodie. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I enjoyed talking to you today.
No, likewise. That was a really nice interview. Really great questions as well. So
okay. I hope I can see you very soon in Taiwan, maybe.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, I'd love that. That'd be so cool. I'm sure we'll come over soon.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
Oh no, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Take care. See you later. Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
See ya. Bye.